Learn to fight. Yo, John Fitch here, and I've got another episode of Learn to Fight for you. So in this episode, we have another school fight. We have a smaller kid, and it kicks off right at the beginning of the video with action, and the camera takes a second to get into frame. But it looks like the smaller kid approached the bigger kid. Smaller kid's got a gray hoodie on, bigger kid's got a backpack. Approaches the bigger kid, looks like he knocks something out of his hand and then starts just throwing punches all crazy. The bigger kid covers himself and then returns fire. It looks like he might have had a little bit of training because he looked like he knew how to protect himself, and then he threw a jab, and it was kind of like a stiff arm jab just to check range, and then he dropped his right hand over the top of that very solidly. But what I'm going to show you in this video is, even though it was self-defense, the guy was getting hit first, but there is a lot of damage done when he lands that right hand. And I'm not going to show you, play the audio for you guys, but it sounds like the teacher and everybody watching around was more mad at the big guy. They didn't care that the small guy started the fight. They're more upset that the big guy did what he did to protect himself. So this is just kind of like an example I kind of want to show you, because not all instances need you to respond with your highest level of response, especially if it's like a smaller person and you have like a lot of witnesses around. Like, it may end up bad for you if things go to court and you have a jury trial. Like, those people sitting in the jury are going to decide whether or not you should have done what you did at the level you did it at. And I'm sorry, but they might not agree that you defending yourself with extreme violence was justifiable. They may think, oh, you were so much bigger than him, you shouldn't have hit him. You got to be careful. And I think in situations like this, when you have a clear size advantage, that person cannot hurt you, it may be in your best interest to force clinch, tie them up, put them in the wall, wait for a teacher to come, wait for security to come, snap them down, put them on the ground without following to the ground, get to the clinch, foot sweep them to the ground, walk away. There's a number of things you could do that would be less ugly and may pull less anger, resentment, or feeling that you're a bad guy for doing it from the jury or witnesses. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. But let's watch this and you tell me what you think. You see the video pop off here. It looks like he knocks something out of his hand, starts throwing punches. Guy covers up. There's that left arm stiff arm, right hand over the top. But the guy's out. The guy's out hard. He hit down hard, and people are big mad. As the fight ended and the guy hit the ground, everybody's like, ooh, and then the girls start yelling at him. The teacher starts yelling at the guy. He's the one that looks like he's calm, composed, relaxed. He was the one who was attacked. I don't have a lot of problems with him and what he did. But we live in a society, and unfortunately, the people watching this may think it's excessive. That even though he was defending himself, that because he's bigger, maybe he's trained. He goes to kickboxing class 3 times a week for the last three years. Everybody knows. You should have known better. You should have known better. I think he was 100% within his rights to defend himself, but I don't know how today's judiciary system, how the cancel mobs, how all that stuff works these days. Let's look at this little again. He covers up. Oh, sorry, I meant to hit pause. He covers up, and you'll see the left hand come out right there, right? He didn't really stick it out there to hit him. It was more to find range. And then he's got this arm is getting ready to go already. He's sitting down pretty good. He knows how to throw this right hand. Bam. Drops it right on the chin, and the guy's donezo. I think he's extremely lucky, too, that that guy's bag was on the ground, and the guy's head didn't bounce off the ground. He hit the bag. You see it right there. That would have been just sprayed blood, puddle of blood on that white linoleum. But again, it's clearly kind of looks like, to me, like it's self-defense. Smaller guy picked the fight. He started swinging first. Big guy was calm, cool, composed, covered up, controlled range, used his jab arm to set up a big punch. Right there. Bam. Turned over on that punch hard. The kid went out hard and took him a good 15 seconds to regain consciousness. And the big kid in the backpack, he didn't run away. He didn't argue with the teacher. He didn't say anything. He just was like, yeah, okay. I don't know. If this happened on the sidewalk, at a bar, something else, I think this could have been probably even bigger legal issue. If it happens on school grounds, I don't know how that works. I don't know if the teachers would have to, the parents would probably have to sue the school rather than the individual student or the parents of the student. I don't know. I definitely don't know how that works. But optics matter, right? He sets that stiff arm, that's good. He could have used that as a grab to snap the guy's head down, push him away. Keep walking. The guy's got to chase you down, or he's already throwing punches at you. There's a teacher right there. If you would have snapped him down, teacher comes out, the other kid's in trouble. You're in much less trouble. I think a lot of this, you guys have to consider justifiable use of force, because there is going to be a fight after the fight. It's going to be a legal fight, more than likely. Totally 100% understand the saying it's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6. I get it. But does this really look like a scenario where that kid was going to get terminated? But he ended up almost terminating that kid. We got to understand there's nuance, man. I think this kid's probably better off knowing what he knows than not knowing it, though. All right, guys, there you go. Another little school fight. The giant in the backpack. I think he was in the right to defend himself, but I think he could get himself into a sticky situation because of the level of force that he used in defending himself. It's kind of like when a smaller guy, a weaker guy like that, it's almost like when if a woman hits you or attacks you, if it's a small woman attacking a large man, and even if she hit him hard a bunch of times, if he hits her that one time, people are going to feel a way about it. I think we're, naturally programmed to want to protect children and women, and if you're a little small guy beating up on a big guy, you look like a little kid. And when he treats you like one, everybody feels bad. I don't know. Am I missing something here, guys? You tell me. We're learning together. I'm a subject matter expert when it comes to unarmed hand-to-hand combat, but not law. But I do know the optics don't look great. Knocking a little guy out who also was like clearly not hurting you when he was hitting you. You're like, get away, stop. And then you're crush him. I don't know, man. I think a little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of grip fighting, a little grappling. We saw that one guy fight for that grip, and he was able to hit the guy. You can just use that grip to stabilize and push the guy around, trip him. There's a lot of things you can do without actually hitting him. The second you start throwing punches, kicks, knees, headbutts, it elevates the level of violence, and you got to have a better reason for using it. Because I don't know, man. Anybody who uses any type of force to protect himself, I think, is going to be subject to harsh judicial scrutiny coming in the future. So you gotta have two forms of self-defense, man. You gotta be able to defend yourself from other people, attackers, and you gotta know how to defend yourself from the feds, from the government, because they want to punish you for defending yourself. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Share with all your friends, because algorithms don't like the show. Most of the programs get put behind the 18 or over a wall, so you got to be logged in to watch it, and then they don't put ads on any of these, or they don't allow me to make money on any of the ads on these. So this is bullshit, but it is what it is. if you want to support too by going to Rockfin, create an account at Rockfin, follow on Rockfin, and watch my videos there. Watch these videos there. That'll help show YouTube what's what. All right, guys. Make sure you go to johnfitch.net, sign up for the newsletter. I got programs and stuff in the links below, the Gumroad stuff. Check them out. Teach yourself. Get some friends. Learn how to fight. Let's go, guys. Don't end up on my show. All right? I'll check you guys later.